Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the first official episode of the Freedom Friends YouTube channel. I just thought I should sort of unofficially establish what we're about, some of our goals, our mission statement, uh, just some examples of what we stand for, some of the conservative viewpoints that we will be promoting on this show. And yeah, so I hope you find something here worth listening to, which I believe you will. Now, my partner, Mike Schrader, and I will be discussing a lot of issues related to the state of the Union as it stands currently. Got some notes here. Well, I guess let's start with the simple facts. We are conservative, both of us. I tend more towards the libertarian side of things, whereas Mike is somewhat more conventional, shall we say. We believe in the authority, the absolute authority of the Constitution, including the Second Amendment and the First. We believe in repealing any and all restrictions, regulations, and other such legalities relating to business, the American people, and so forth. This means gun control is a no-go for us. We do not believe the government should be involved in affairs of a private nature. And this includes guns and economics, of course. I apologize if I'm rambling here. This is somewhat of an unofficial beginning to what's hopefully a very long and illustrious career on YouTube. Let's see. We believe in small government. We believe that government preferably should be run by a business or business people. This is because the leadership skills gained and established and demonstrated in the business world in our book qualify such individuals to be trustworthy with affairs of state. We believe that ultimately communism is the next logical step in liberal thought patterns. If you study the core values of the liberal, we believe you will arrive at that conclusion as well. It simply remains that you observe the signs, the signals, and interpret them accordingly. We are friends of logic. We are not your gun-toting, profanity-spouting, ranting lunatics, which the liberal media would like you to believe people of our political leanings are. We believe in challenging the established order of what we refer to as the abomination. We are not fans of Obama's America, plain and simple. We believe that where to start? You know, at a fundamental level, the policies are unsound, unconstitutional, and are not the way to make this country great, as it once was and hopefully will be in the very near future, once again. For this first video, I thought for a topic we could talk about a recent event in the news. The death of Tom Clancy was a great blow to not only the literary community, but to uh, the patriotic supporters of our country's military system, uh, as well as fans of uh, those who are unafraid to speak their minds, be it in the political or creative communities. Mr. Clancy wrote dozens of novels which um, portrayed the military of this country in an extraordinarily and refreshingly patriotic light. He was uncompromising, and we believe that he was and will be forever in our memories a patriot. The circumstances of Mr. Clancy's death, we believe, should fall under closer scrutiny than they have as of yet. We are being told to believe that he died of natural causes at a suspiciously young age, and at such an opportune time in this administration's machinations. It simply stands to reason that one must think about it. Mr. Clancy was by no means a young man, but nor was he a frail old, blowhard. I believe he was in his 50s at the time of his passing. And in coming months, as some of our sources have illuminated to us, it should be coming to light that Mr. Clancy was, in fact, working on a novel detailing and exposing many of the hypocrisies of the current government's use of spying on the American populace. And that was not going to stand. If you can detect a hint of anger in my voice, you would be correct. I am angry. And I believe that the American people at large should be angry about this. Now, the manuscripts that currently exist for this novel are nowhere to be found. There were government agents spotted, according to neighbors of Mr. Clancy, exiting the premises just a few short hours after his reported time of death. And these were federal authorities, mind you. The signs are all there. Let me be plain. We believe, and I will go on record as saying, that the FBI assassinated Tom Clancy. Now, I understand that that is a very serious accusation, and I believe that it is the first of many bold statements that we will be making on this program. Now, there are several sites which it would be prudent for the studious viewer to view related to these events. The Wikipedia page for Tom Clancy, for Mr. Clancy, relating to his death is, while somewhat vague and ultimately inadequate, it does have some rather interesting details related to the case, which I believe would be pertinent. But it could be as simple as doing a refined Google search with terms such as Tom Clancy and assassination, FBI, cover up. There are small pockets, small communities, very vocal communities who are decrying what we collectively believe to be an unlawful act of murder, of execution without trial. Now, Mr. Clancy was no terrorist. Understand this, we do believe that terrorists, who it can be shown that there is a significant degree of evidence demonstrating that they are terrorists, do not have the same rights as American citizens. And therefore, things like waterboarding and, if need be, execution or assassination are lawful. Not only lawful, but at times necessary. But Mr. Clancy was no terrorist. He was an American citizen. An American citizen who chose to live up to that title. And it is a title. It is a privilege which he rose to. And more than rose to, he aspired to heights that young men, young conservatives such as myself and Mike, could only dream to achieve. And again, we can get more in depth with this topic as time goes on, but I think that's kind of overrun my time here. I think that should be adequate for a first official video. So, in the coming weeks, we will be establishing a greater presence on social media, including this site, developing our profiles and beginning to promote ourselves in new and exciting ways. So stay tuned, and we hope you enjoy the first episode of Freedom Friends. And as always, friends, think about it.